A while back, I launched what I was calling my Double Cream series of tone models for the Tonex ecosystem. And what the Double Cream series was all about was capturing certain amplifiers through what quickly became one of my favorite speaker cabinets to use when playing a large number of the amps that I have in my collection, and that is an incredible Revv Amplification 212 cabinet. The reason I call it the Double Cream series is because there's two Celestion G12H-75 Creamback speakers in this cabinet, and it doesn't seem to matter what amp I put through this, it just works beautifully. And I wanted to do a whole series of all the amps that do work really well with this cab, of capturing those tone models with the specific amp and cab in mind. There was one amp that I hadn't done through it. So I revisited this, and I gotta say it did not disappoint. It is my Marshall Studio Vintage amplifier. So this is basically a newer, miniaturized recreation of an original Marshall Plexi amp. And I've gotta say, Marshall really knocked it out of the park with this amp. Really incredible. The actual amp doesn't come loaded with this speaker, but I wanted to try it out and see how it sounded. And I've got to say, it did not disappoint. Was very happy with the way it sounded. So later in the video, I'm going to play you a full-blown demo video of what the different tone models from this collection sound like when utilized together in a full mix. But for now, I want to take you through these tones out of the mix so I can let you hear what they sound like with some different pickup configurations, both single coil and humbuckers. And I hope that you really enjoy the way these sound. I've been really enjoying messing around with them, and they've been a real joy to play through for a really unique kind of Plexi tone. I really went for balancing between kind of a brighter, edgy tone to a darker, more vintage vibe, and getting everything kind of in between, so everybody has something in this collection. Would very likely be able to get some enjoyment out of. So I have the links below to this collection if you're so inclined, you want to grab that. For now, though, let's head right over to Tonex and take a look and a listen to see exactly what is included here. All right, so here we are over in Tonex, and I am playing my Vigier GV Wood semi-hollow body guitar. I really like this guitar for demoing as of late. It's got two great humbucker pickups in it, but it also has a 5-way selector where we can split the coil. So kind of getting that bridge, middle, and neck pickup on the single coil, and also the bridge and neck humbucker as well. So it'll give us an idea of what this sounds like with some various guitars without having to swap out. So basically, here's the convention for naming JS, my initials, Mars Plex DC, which is double cream. The 1, 2, and 3 are basically the overall gain level that we're getting with this, 1 being lowest, 3 being the amp pushed into saturation. Then we have in brackets either high, treb, or normal, as NRM standing for normal, and that is which input was used. So the normal channel is going to be darker, the treble channel is going to be brighter, and in fact, you're going to see with this first capture, I actually really debated whether adding this in. I do find it kind of a bright setting on this amp, but I thought it might be a nice addition for somebody who maybe wants a tone that's going to cut through in particular situations. So I thought I would throw it in there as kind of a bonus. Probably not a tone model I would use a whole lot for every situation, but it's balanced out nicely by the other tone models as well. So starting off there, basically here on the bridge humbucker, you're going to hear this is going to be a pretty bright tone. But if we go to the neck pickup, can get a really nice little tone of that. Single coil neck. Could be the perfect tone to cut in a mix if we had some maybe little percussive. Could be used for some special effect type things. But now going on to the normal input on this, this is a tone I really like. Nice and beefy and fat, quite vintage vibe to it. Now that is on the bridge humbucker. If I move to the neck humbucker. So beautiful stuff there. A single coil neck. quite nice and clean on the single coil settings. Breaks up a bit on the humbuckers. But very nice stuff. Moving on to the 2 level of gain, and this is back on the treble channel. Again, this is going to be on the thinner side of things. Neck pickup sounds very nice. Single coil. So it is much more high end on that. I wanted that in there because I want to bounce it off with the normal channel, which I really like. My favorites are probably the normal channel on there. Neck position. Real vintage vibe to that. Single coil. That would be the bridge single coil middle. And finally, neck single coil. So really nice stuff. Moving on to the 3rd level of gain, I've got the high treble, the normal, and then I did a jump between the high treble input and the normal treble input to get that jumped sound. So starting with the high treble, I really like this tone. Really cuts through nice. Neck pickup. Again, really nice stuff. They're going to the normal input, going to be a little more vintage vibe, dark. Neck pickup. Single coil bridge pickup. Middle single coil. And neck single coil. And finally, I go and jump those channels together. This is the whole amp just cranked up, basically about as much drive and saturation as you're going to get out of it. And that's the bridge humbucker. Moving to the neck humbucker. Bridge single coil. Single coil in the middle. Finally, the neck single coil. And back to the bridge humbucker. All right, what did you guys think? I hope you enjoyed that look of those tones out of the mix. Now I'd like to let you hear what these tone models sound like when combined and layered and utilized with a full rhythm section in a full-blown production. What'd you guys think? I really thought they worked and sounded nice. They're a real joy to play through, and I hope you guys enjoy these as well. Again, the link is below if you are so inclined and want to grab a copy of this collection to add to your Tonex tone model collection. I do appreciate the support, and I really do hope you enjoy the tones. Thank you so much for tuning in. Please like the video, share it with anybody you think would get some use or enjoyment out of watching it. Also, please subscribe to the channel, hit the little bell notification to get notified when I put new content out. I'll be back really soon with some more. Thanks again so much for tuning in. Ciao for now.